Well, look at this. You're here and I'm pleased because I really dig your company. Hey guys, it's me, Danny, and you're listening to the Just Saying podcast. Everybody's already talking about how Angela Bassett was snubbed at the Oscars. Now, I saw Black Panther 2 and I saw the performance that she gave. What I did not see was Everything Everywhere at All Times or whatever that movie is called. But I heard that the movie was really good. The one that won. I heard the movie was really good. I don't know if Jamie Lee Curtis herself was really good in it. Some people are saying that she was okay. One of the other actresses should have won over Jamie Lee Curtis from that film. But either way, um, there's a lot of talk about how Angela Bassett was snubbed. And I think that a lot of people felt like since she did not win for What's Love Got to Do with It, which she should have, that she should have, because first of all, but when we get to that she should have, so many people win for, when they portray an actual living person. And so I'm confused why she didn't win it. And I didn't go back to look and see what movies she was up against at the time, but everybody feels like she was snubbed in, and they felt like because of that, because she had won in so many other award shows that have been, out this year. Everybody just thought she was the shoo-in for this one. So much so, I think she thought she was the shoo-in for this one because if you go back and you see the videos of her face when they did not call her name, it was like, oh, okay, I see what y'all doing here. And this is the same award show where last year was this Will Smith Chris Rock incident, right? And one of the issues was what's the girl name? Jada was trying to get black people to boycott this actual event because they don't give awards fairly to black people. And I don't know if we talked about this already, but one of the things that Chris Rock was saying was that Jada started the whole thing, the beef between them, because she told Chris Rock he should not host the awards. But Jada did not just tell Chris Rock not to host. She was telling all the black people that they should boycott and the award show that year. And so maybe this is another one of those things where Angela didn't get the award because of her skin color. And a lot of people are saying that the award shows don't look at the Marvel movies as award win deserving, but I feel like the performances that were done here doesn't matter if it was I don't even know if it was a Marvel movie or a DC movie or whatever it was. They're just saying that the Oscars don't look at it in that way. And I don't know. After Beyonce didn't win the Grammy and some of the people on the board were saying, oh, we just don't, we just have to give her the music because a lot of people already listen to her. I just think that there is this thing where some people are intentionally, I don't know why I'm saying I think. We know that in anything, wherever there are humans, there will be emotion and opinion. And if you have a lot of people who aren't into certain people, of course they're going to snub them, and I just feel like it's so unfair because I think it is about time. Angela Bassett has been doing this for a long time, and to have not won an Oscar yet is disrespectful. I think she's one of those people who should be EGOT worthy at this point. And I don't know. I don't even know if how close she is. Let's take a look. They got a cute little bit of Google here. So let's see how close is Angela Bassett to an EGOT. Let's see what she need. Um, I don't like when if I ask you something and you don't tell me, then I'm upset because I googled it and they trying to give me everything else. List of awards and nominations Angela Bassett has received. Let's see. Um, I don't think that okay, she don't have enough. Let me just say that. She don't have enough. But they could have got her closer. She has Emmys for sure, Golden Globes, Screen Actors Awards, BET, all of those things, NAACP. She's killing it. I don't know. I mean, we know Viola Davis just got her EGOT. Angela Bassett, how long she been out here? How long has Angela Bassett been? How long has Angela Bassett been acting? Let's find out that. They want to tell me since 1985. Since 1985. That's when she joined SAG in 86. So, come on now. I just think it's time. I think she's deserving. I hope that, she gets one soon. It's rough when, a couple of films come out that are good all at the same time, but at the same time, she had been eating everywhere. Angela Bassett did the thing. And because she had been eating and getting award after award for this role, you would have just thought that she got this one, and she didn't. And I know a couple of y'all are upset about it, and it ain't nothing I could do about it. I could just talk to y'all about it. So if you haven't seen the movie, check it out. If you have seen the movie, what y'all feel about it? Let me know. Girl, I hope you're watching the SWV Escape R&B women. I don't know what it's called. It's on Bravo, I believe. I hope you're watching that. Anybody who, grew up when I grew up knows that those two groups were, some of the ones. If you wasn't, I can't so weak in the knees. I know I can't sing, don't judge. If y'all wasn't doing that, if y'all wasn't just kicking, if y'all wasn't doing that, what was you doing? What was you doing back then? Seriously. And so, first of all, okay, let's not get to first of all, but first of all, that show is on Bravo, I believe. So check it out. I don't know what night it come on. I watch everything streaming, and so I never watch anything on real time. I work when all the shows come on. I'm at work when all the shows come on prime time. So anything that I watch streaming. So please do not ask me what day it come on. Y'all got to check that out for yourself. That's what the Google is for. It's free on your phone if you didn't know. So this stars all, it literally has all of the SWV on it, and it has all three of the women from, I said all of SWV, all of Escape on it, all four of them, and all three women from SWV. Child, I should have known, but when you hear, when you think about the people who you grew up, like the artists you grew up listening to, the actors you grew up watching, when you hear their actual age, you'd be like, dang, that's how old they are. Now listen, when SWV was getting weak in the knees, I was in high school. I think I might have been in the ninth grade. It might have been the end of ninth grade. I don't remember. It was before the end of 10th grade. I could tell you that they were already out, and those girls were definitely older than me. They were definitely older than me. So when I heard Coco from SWV say she was 50 something years old, I was like, wait a minute now, she's 50. And I don't know, like it's like when I hear 50, I hear like not not my artist. That's what I hear. I hear not my artist. They're not 50. They was just 18, 19, 20 years old. When did they become 50? But I'm 45. So, I guess that's how it works. But they look good, y'all. Most of them look really good. Now, it's a lot of work that had been done from a lot of them, and it's just, working out and personal trainers and chefs and all of that kind of stuff, which of course will lead way to looking good. But I don't like to say looking good for their age. I just think they look good in general because I know some younger people who don't look as good. So we can't say for their age. I just think they look good and they sound good. I don't know if y'all watched the verses that they did, but when SWV got up there and was able to acapella a lot of their songs, I said today they sound good. Now I've never been able to see them live. The city that I live in, we don't get a lot of the good concerts, but I've never been able to see them live. But they every time I see a video of them, they sound good. They sound good. Damn, they sound great. Let's stop lying. It's not just good. I sound okay, so they can't sound good. They sound great. I don't care for what age. They sound great. So the show is, just following. I guess they're trying to put together a tour or a show or something like that. I'm not really sure. They just trying to put it together, and so they trying to come together. But I think we may be on the third episode by the time this come out. So I haven't seen the third one, but the first two, mm. Back in the day when Escape wasn't together, they weren't singing their songs and everything. We didn't get a lot of the songs. We didn't get a lot more albums and things because of a couple of things. One, because Tamika and Tasha did not get along with Candy. Okay, for whatever reasons, because we get a couple of different reasons why people don't get along now, but they didn't get along. Tasha felt the way. Tasha was the one who was the bigger girl in the group, right? And her sister Tamika, not Tamika Tiny, but Tamika. They, she just stuck by Tasha because she felt like, if my sister's saying she ain't being treated fairly, we're gonna go ahead on, I'm gonna ride with you, which is what you naturally would think sisters would do. However, over the years, some things have transpired, and now Tamika don't ride with Tasha anymore. And let me just tell you, Tasha's coming on this show, and she's very much giving Kelly Price on the R&B diva vibes, and I'm sick of it already. I only saw 2 episodes, and I'm sick of it. And the biggest reason why I'm sick of it is because Tasha's whole plan is to become a gospel artist. And if that's how you represent the Lord, don't sing no song for me. Don't sing his words. Go ahead on and sing anything else, but don't come on there trying to represent Jesus Christ, and that's how you're acting. Like, already your attitude ain't loving, it ain't caring, it ain't understanding, it don't show no grace. It don't have nothing to do with the Christianity that I believe in. Okay, now she might follow a different tune, and that might be why she doing it the way she doing it, but she's not caring or loving or understanding. And one of the biggest things I feel like with Tasha is that, it seems to be that she may need some counseling. Okay. Now, she may have had some therapy on some other things, maybe, but specifically related to this, her career in the industry and this group, she's still bitter about a lot of things. And one of the things that bothers me about it, or maybe it saddens me about it, is a lot of her feelings and emotions are based off of childhood understanding. She's still upset about some stuff from when they was, young. When Candy, when the group started to hit, Candy had not even graduated from high school yet. So these is teenagers, the early 20s. And um you know, what you think you know in your early 20s and what you know in your 40s ain't the same thing. And, you know, I think a lot of Tasha's issue is based off of feelings, not facts. And but she wants to talk about those feelings as though they are fact, and that's where the issue comes in. She's still going off of, oh yeah, Candy don't like me because I used to sing a lot of songs. Meanwhile, Candy saying today, the issue is because you seem to not like me, and Tasha don't want to hear that. She doesn't even want to accept that maybe she's right. Maybe Candy doesn't have any ill feelings towards me today. Tasha, because Candy keep being like, no, I don't have no issue with you. You seem to have an issue with me. I'm past all that. I done did all the things I want to do. And I think that Tasha may have the issue because back in the day, the word was that Tasha, because Tasha had an amazing voice, that Tasha was going to get a solo deal. I believe she did get that solo deal, and according to Candy, the album was made, it just never came out. Okay. Candy, on the other hand, did get a solo deal. Now, the reason why, and all of this, I'm getting is based off of of a video that Candy did just a couple days ago, and what she was saying was after the group was on a hiatus because Tasha was going to do her solo album. Candy was like, I need to make money. So her and Tiny were going to try to do a group together. When they wanted to do a group together, you know, kind of like when New Edition was together, and then, you know, Ralph went and did his own thing, Bobby went and did his own thing, and Johnny Gill went and did his own thing, and then BBD was like, okay, somebody was like, okay, well, the three of y'all need to figure out something to do. And so then that's how BBD came along. They wasn't trying to do anything. It was just like, well, we can't do the New Edition stuff, and we still trying to be out here, so let's BBD it up. They were going to Candy and Tiny it. They were going to be called Cat, Candy, and Tiny. And they, you know, wrote a couple songs to try to put a project together as Candy and Tiny. Nobody wanted to sign Candy and Tiny, but people did like their songs. So that's how we got No Scrubs. No Scrubs was written. No Scrubs was written for Tiny and Candy to sing. Nobody wanted that album, so they sold it, and that's how it ended up on the TLC thing. If y'all didn't know that, welcome. Candy and Tiny, yes, Tiny, T.I.'s wife, and Candy Burris wrote No Scrubs, if you didn't know. I don't want no scrubs. That song, they wrote that. And so what Candy was saying was, because we were writing songs, they wrote for Beyonce. She wrote for if you look up Candy, and you'll see all the songs that she's written, because she has written a lot of songs, and Candy and Tiny also have written a lot of songs together. And that is why they are still relevant in the world today, because they're songwriters. Not only because of Escape, because Escape is still touring today, they are still singing wonderfully, but also because those two women are songwriters. And so Candy was saying that once our songs started to hit in on other people's albums, somebody then did say that they would give Candy a album, and so Candy did an album back then. And so I believe that Tasha is upset because the thing that she set out to do, Candy was able to do, and she feels like Candy took that life from her. Y'all remember on the Braxton Family Values? Remember Tony Braxton's family, the Braxton Family Values, that show that came out a while ago. And on that show, the sister Tracy was upset because Tamar was able to step in. Tracy was a backup singer for Tony when Tony first came out because nobody wanted to sign the group. The sisters were trying to be a group. Nobody wanted to sign the sisters. Babyface said he would sign Tony. Then Tony was a solo act, but what she did was she used her sisters as her background singers. Well, then Tracy got pregnant, and when Tracy got pregnant, she couldn't go on tour anymore. And not too long after, but not right after, but not too long after, then Tamar, being the baby, was able to come out on tour and be a background singer for Tony as well. That is when Tamar, met her husband Vince. Vince was a manager. He managed Lady Gaga. Tamar got the lifestyles of the rich and famous lifestyle, and then that catapulted her to do many other things, namely have her solo album, which came out not a couple years back. And she was able to be on talk shows, and she was able to be on tour and things like that. And those things happened because she started singing with Tony. And Tracy always felt like, or treated Tamar like she stole her life. When nobody stole it, you got pregnant, you made a choice to be a mother who was at home with her child and her husband, and that's fine, but that's the choice you made. It wasn't stolen from you. And I feel like Tasha needs to also understand Candy didn't steal your life that you wanted. The cards played out the way that they did. And I'm not really sure why. Well, I was going to say I'm not really sure why, but it seems to be that her husband may be a hindrance to uh, her entertainment career. Seems to be that a lot of people don't like her husband, and he doesn't make great choices for her as far as projects she should do and how she should go about the world. And so, that may be the issue here. But I do think that Tasha needs to go see somebody and talk out these things so that somebody could maybe offer a different perspective on how things went down a lot of the ways. Because I am sure at this day and age, and all that Candy has attempted and had a chance to try and has been successful with, she not worried about no childhood beefs. We could squash all of this because ain't none of it relevant now to me. I'm not mad. So if you're still mad, then you have to deal with that. That sounds like at this point a personal issue. Unless you, even still, even if you felt like Candy plotted to take your life that you didn't even have yet, you know, even if you felt like that, because why are you still agreeing to be around these people who bring you such displeasure? You know, because you want the money. Let's be honest. But if you want it, then be cordial and get reconcile these childhood issues, because the issues that they have go back many years. And I'm interested to watch it. The second episode, the first episode and the second episode were very interesting because we found out that one of the other sister, Tamika, feel like Tasha stole $30,000 from her. And we saw this dynamic about their mother, and how she seems to favor one child over the other. Now, I don't know if they have any other siblings. I don't know, but I do know that there's something shaky going on, and hopefully it won't play out throughout all the episodes. I hope not. Now, I also want to say, in watching it, Coco, she, they did the SWV thing, and then she had a solo project as well. And I believe that it was a gospel album, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not Googling it, please. Y'all go ahead. Y'all already know how much it costs to Google. So, she had a solo gospel album. And it seemed like at some point Coco was very much, hoity-toity Christian. But her son, she now is on social media a little bit, and her son is definitely on social media. Her son, I believe, came out as he's somewhere on the LGBTQIA spectrum. I don't know where he stands, but he came out on that spectrum, and on a spectrum further down from straight. And so, because she didn't want to, disown her son, I think that she has changed some of her gracelessness towards human beings that she had in the past. Nevertheless, she seems to be a better time than she was back in the day. I think there was like a SWV show back in the day. I want to say that there was like a SWV show with just them or something like that. I don't know if they did this before, because I feel like I remember watching them on TV before, the three women. And one of the best stories was, and this is spoiler. All this is I should have said spoiler alert at the beginning. Sorry. All of this is spoiler alert. But Lily was talking about how, when she was growing up, they were very poor, very poor. She shared a bed with her sister, very poor. And how, once their song was on the radio and they got a check, most people go out and buy cars, they try to buy clothes, all this stuff. And all Lily wanted to do was buy a bed. And I felt like, dang, I remember when I was growing up, there were lots of things that I know that I didn't have that I wish that I did have, but I did have a bed for a long time. There was a point in my life when I didn't have it, when I didn't have a bedroom, but I did have a bed. Don't ask. We can talk about it on another day. But and so, you just never know. People come from a lot of places, and so when we see them in the height of their success in that, in that arena, we just assume that, oh, all they know is this and all they know. And no, a lot of people come from a lot less than. And so, you never know. I say watch it. If you haven't seen it already, watch it, because you do get a glimpse into how people react and how people act based off of their understanding of past issues and drama and trauma. And maybe that's a lesson that, a lot more of us need to learn, is that, like, we still mad about some stuff. I know there's somebody I know who for a long time did not like a young lady because in elementary school she cut her daughter's hair. It was two little girls who were in, like, somewhere between kindergarten and second grade, and one of them was a daughter of my friend. Okay, the other little girl cut my friend's daughter's hair. Fast forward to these young women being 18, 19 years old. My friend still did not like that girl. And I'm like, ma'am, you are, 40 years old and you don't like a baby? You don't like somebody because what they did when they was a child? Like, it wasn't deliberate, it wasn't malicious. They was kids and you still holding them to it. A lot of us do that. A lot of us, I know people right now who will see somebody and be like, yeah, she don't like me. Because when we was in middle school, like, she don't even know you today. She don't know you today. And if she don't like you still, that sounds like a personal issue. But if you holding on to, yeah, she don't like me because we was in middle school, because we was in high school, and you 55 years old, you still telling that story, you gotta let that go. That has to let go now. It's old said and done. It is. It's old said and done. And these people you ain't even seen in a while. You don't even got to work with them no more. You ain't got to talk to them no more. But as soon as you see them at the grocery store, you telling your friend on the phone, like, yeah, I just seen Kelly. Yeah, Kelly don't even like me because we was in high school, me and her boyfriend. Child, that's the story you telling about yourself today? Let it go. For real. For real. Like, it's time. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop. Unless it is a current thing, like there's not a lot of people who don't like me, right? I don't believe there's a lot of people. I haven't fallen out with a lot of people, just to be honest with you. But there are two people I definitely know don't like me. Okay, one person doesn't like me because we dated the same person, and to this day, even though they not dating that person anymore, even though I don't date that person anymore, they still don't like me, right? And you would be like, well, how you know? There have been things that have happened. Well, I can't say to this day, but I could say to the last 3 years, it still has been behaviors that have been displayed to show that they don't like me, right? There is another person who don't like me based off of nothing that I've done, but the position that they would like to have would like to be where they see me being, right? And I'm just like, you don't not like me, you just don't like your jumps. Don't worry about my jumps because they not that far. You know how Mother May I, you ever play that game back in the day? Mother May I take baby steps, two baby steps. Mother May I take three giant steps. Mother May I take three regular steps. If you never played it, look it up. I don't know. That's one of the games we used to play when I was little. And I feel like she feels like she says, Mother May I take three giant steps, and then I jump. And that's not. I don't know what her hopes and dreams are. I don't know. She want to be friends with somebody that I'm friends with. Like it's ridiculous because we 40 years old. Oh, y'all. Speaking of 40, let me tell you. Let's get off of this. Let's get off of this because I need to talk to y'all about something for real. Let's get watch the SWV Escape R&B something lady people of the stage divas show baddie something. I don't know. You'll find it when you look it up. You know how to, yeah, y'all know how to find it. Google is free. Okay. I I almost forgot to tell y'all this. Y'all, the year 2023. Picture me at work minding my good nice business because that's the best business I like to mind. Other than like celebrity business, so I can come on here and talk to y'all about it. I'm minding my own business, like loving my business, worried about my own business, up in my own head, and listening to music while I'm at work, jamming. Okay, then the phone ring. Now, typically, I don't answer the phone to numbers I don't know. Even if a name pop up, if it's a name I don't know, I don't answer the phone. And this time the same thing happened. When I'm at work and I got my AirPods in, Siri will say to me, I got an iPhone. So when Siri will say on there, she like, hey, phone ringing. Do you want me to answer it? Yes or no? And I usually just say no. And then she'd be like, oh, okay. And then she send that call right on the voicemail. But this time she did not do that because for some reason she felt like it was opposite day. And every time I would tell her no, Siri would go ahead on and answer that phone. So I get a call. She say you want me to answer it. I say no. Then I could tell that it answers. So I'm like, dang. Now for the other calls that it happened to that particular day, if I didn't say nothing, people would just be like, hello, and then they would hang up, right? Because it's usually like a bill collector, a telemarketer, or something like that. So they would just be like, hello, and then they would hang up. This one, somebody said my name. I didn't say nothing, and somebody said my name. So now I'm like, well, who know me? So then I was like, yeah. And it was a woman. She said my name again. Is this Danny? Yes, it is. I said, no, I said, who's calling? She go, yeah, I want to know why your phone number in my man's phone. Child, my first response was not in the year of 20 and 23. We 40 something. I don't even know. She definitely at least in her 40s. This woman who called me. So we 40 something years old and we making calls talking about somebody got somebody's phone number in a phone, and I'm just like I'm flabbergasted. I My pearls are clutched because I didn't even know we was doing that in this time of in life. Number one, and number two, I don't know who your man is. I don't even know what who she didn't even tell me a name of a man. I don't even talk to men. I don't got time for this. I don't want nobody, man, boyfriend, husband at all. So I was all the way confused. So I was like, I don't know who you're even talking about. She say, oh, his name Randy. Randy. When I tell y'all I don't know nobody named Randy, I can't even think of a character on TV whose name is Randy that I could have been like, oh, you mean Randy from so and so? I don't know no Randys at all. So that's a lie. I do know a Randy, but that's a woman named Randy that I know. We ain't friends. I just know of her, and I ain't even heard her voice in a good 4 years, at least 4 years. Could have been longer than that, but so the woman said, yeah, Randy. I said, honey, I don't even mess with men, so I don't know nothing about it. So she was like, what? I said, I don't mess with men. I don't know why my phone number is in your man's phone. So then another woman gets on the phone, sound like a younger woman, who was like, ma'am, this is my mother trying to find out whether or not you messing with her man. She don't need you to be rude. And I said, your mom don't want to know because I just got done telling her I don't even mess with men. So I don't know nothing about her or her man, and I wish that she would not call me again. She was like, well, why? She was like, well, we found your phone number on his phone. And I said, well, take my phone number off. Okay? Take it off, because I don't know who that is. So they hang up. I go about my business because, I'm still about minding my business. I called a couple people to talk about it. Like, guess what happened to me right now? I don't even know how the phone number got in there. So then I'm chilling. About an hour go by. I'm still at work. And I get another call. It's not the same phone number, but it's the same name. Okay? And I think what they did was called me from the real phone number the first time, but then realized that they didn't want me to have the phone number and thought that they was going to play some kind of trick, and or maybe thought that I wasn't going to answer the phone. So the second time, I think they created a Google number. Okay, so they called me back. But when I answered the phone, I answered it like, yeah, how can I help you? Because I got time. I'm at work. I got time to talk to y'all. Nobody got smart with me. So we was cool. We could talk. So I was like, how may I help y'all? Now it's a man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to find out how your phone number got in my phone. It's Randy, y'all. How Randy called me? How Randy called me and asked me how my phone number got in Randy's phone? Randy, you know. I don't know. You must have called a wrong number or something. I really don't know. Only thing I could think is that Randy called a wrong number. And, I don't think that she was that, you know, savvy with the phone. I think that she just saw a call log and it might have said like a missed call, or it was a call and she didn't check and see how long the call lasted, because I would have investigated. I need to know a lot of things. How long did the call last? Did you call in, or did she call you? Like, what's going on? I need to know how this conversation started. All of that. I would have did that. She didn't have that information. She didn't have that information. So, he called like, yeah, how did I get your phone number? How your phone number get my phone? And I said, you would know better than me, I guess, because it's your phone. I ain't never seen your phone. I don't even know what kind of phone you got. So you let me know. So she like, yeah. Um, no, she didn't say nothing. I'm sorry. He said, okay. I said, I don't really know, Randy, how the phone number got in there, but take it off. Take my phone number off the phone completely. Don't know me. Delete it, block it, all of that. I'm fine with all of that because I would never call. So, go ahead on. I would never be hurt by not getting the dial tone, ringtone. I don't even know what happens when you get blocked and you call people, because I ain't never been blocked that I know of. So, whatever it is though, I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna be mad when it happens because I don't even know who you are, so I wouldn't call you. Feelings not hurt. Randy said, "Oh, don't worry about it. You will be blocked." I said, "Fine, thank you. Have a good night." Because it's Friday night. Oh, what are we doing here? So I was like, okay, this is over. Of course, I called my best friend, like, girl, they called back again. He talking about, well, how my phone number get in the phone. Oh. Next thing I know, y'all, it's another hour and they call back again. And now I'm ready to have words. What do you want? She like, yeah, tell her. He said, I can't talk to you no more. And I said, not in 2023 is we grown people and the man got to tell somebody he ain't allowed to talk to somebody. She like, yeah, tell her. You can hear her talking. Tell her we happy. Ladies, let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all. If you gonna go through his phone, y'all relationship done already. That's the start. If you feel like you gotta go through the phone, it's because you already feel like he not the person that you want to be with. Because the person you want to be with would never make you feel like you need to go searching through phones. They would never make you feel like that. You would never have to feel like, let me find out for myself. But the next thing is, if you're not prepared to leave, don't go looking for stuff. Don't go looking for stuff because you gonna hurt your feelings. You're never gonna feel like you got the real truth because I said to her, honey, what do you want me to say? She said, I want you to tell me the truth. And I said, I told you the truth on call one. I don't know him. I don't know you. I don't know these phone numbers. And even if I did today, I am done. I asked you to take my phone out, my name out of everything, but you didn't want to hear that. So what do you want to hear? She wanted to hear me say, yeah, I'm messing with your man, so that she could have an argument with Randy, so her and Randy could go at it for another 6 months. But she wasn't leaving. Because if you was leaving on call one, the fact that you had to call me and you didn't feel like you was getting an honest and truthful answer out of me, it would have been time to be done. But the fact that y'all made 3 calls mean you ain't going nowhere. So why did you call in the first place? She don't want to break up with Randy. She don't. She don't want to break up with Randy, and she don't want to break up with Randy because she don't want to be alone. And she was looking in the phone to see if she could find out who might be a possibility of replacement. Not because she wanted to find out if she was getting cheated on. She already feel like that. And whether Randy cheating or not, because Randy damn sure had a rough night that night. Whether Randy is cheating or not, I could tell you one thing: he ain't cheating with me. That's first. Secondly, she wasn't going to leave even if he was. She didn't sound mad enough to be packing up no stuff. She just wanted to have an argument. And I'm sure they had one. I'm sorry that it was over me. But y'all got to understand, if you feel like you got to start looking through phones, it's a done deal. It's a wrap. Because if you find something, you only got 2 options. You gonna stay and let them know that that is what you are okay with having happen, or you gonna leave and let them know that you ain't with that. Those is your own 2 options with that person. If you stay, you got to understand. Now I remember this from the Braxtons. When the Braxton's mama said, if you know that your person is cheating on you and you choose to stay, you have then decided to be the other woman, because now they know they could treat that other one like a man. Okay. And now you over here on the side wondering where they at, what they doing, who they gonna be with. You're being treated like a side too. No, that just means that neither one of y'all is a man. And I know some of y'all be like, he come home to me, so what? He come home to me ain't enough. Because he be bringing stuff with him. He be bringing bodily things with him, but he also bring memory with him about what he was doing with the other one, how that other one made him feel, how he can't wait to get back to that other one, him, her, them, however category you date. They think about the other one when they with you because they know they can. Don't do that. And don't never ever if y'all are over the, first of all, nobody should do it. But if you over the age of 30, don't start calling people on the phone. What do you want her to say? If she says yes, I'm sleeping with him, and what you really prepared to do but argue. There's no solution to that. If she say no, I mean, yeah, I know him, but we ain't doing nothing, you're not going to believe her. You was having an argument with him. What do you want to do? If you feel like you got to go to that phone, pack it up, wrap it up. And a lot of y'all will be all with the, oh, but I don't want to be alone. You alone already. That's why you over there looking in phones, because you're by yourself alone. Stop it. Stop it. And if anybody, I don't have nothing else to say about it, but that if anybody know Randy and Halima, tell them never to call me again, because I don't. And yes, I said their names. I'm not gonna give you their last name because that's enough. But if y'all know Randy and Halima, please tell them not to bother me no more. I don't know who Randy is. I really don't. I don't know who Halima is. And if it was some scam calls, I hope they got whatever they wanted. Ain't no money in my bank. So ain't no money. That's Silicon Valley banks over here, baby girl. Ain't no money over there. So, do whatever you want with the scam calls, but it ain't for me. That's all I got. But let me say this. I love talking to y'all. And even more, I love that y'all listen. If y'all got some situations you want me to talk about, email me at JusSayinpodcast. And we go ahead and talk about them things. Because we all go through these things. I hope none of y'all is getting phone calls. I hope none of y'all is cheating. Leave that person's person alone. Call it what you want, judgment, whatever. I don't know. Just leave that person's person alone. Yeah. I don't know what it's going to get you. But that's not true. But anyway, yeah, leave that person's person alone. And, or, don't be fighting them when you don't got enough time. We don't got enough time, the time you want it. But don't be calling people house. If you cheating with somebody, don't call his wife, girlfriend, other baby mama, other person. Don't call, because you signed up for what you signed up for. And if you are a person who's being cheated on, don't call the other woman. Make an exit plan. Just make an exit plan. Or if you call nice and just be like, hey, I'm with Randy. I just want to know, are you dealing with Randy too? So I know what my next move need to be. Don't be all, yeah, why I find your phone number in my man's phone. Let's not do that. Because if my phone number in there, he might also be my man on this side. And you don't know what he told me. So don't be having an attitude with me. Again, Randy ain't my nothing. I don't know who that was. But call and be respectful if you do feel like you need to call. But don't call if you ain't ready to go. Don't call if you're ready to go. Why you need all these sleepless nights and arguments with somebody that you're going to stay with anyway? Just work it out. Figure out what it is you need to do. Buy a wig, change your hair color. I don't know what it is you need to do if you want to stay. I don't think you should stay. But if you want to stay, figure out what it is that you need to do to, work out. Talk to them and ask them, what is it that you need in your life? What are you missing in your life? Is there something I'm not providing for you that I can see if I'm willing to, change? That's what you can do. I feel like if you feel like somebody cheating on you and you don't want to be with a cheater, you got to get up and go. But if you don't want to go, that's some options that you can have, I guess. Anyway, don't nobody call me, please, because I don't want to mess with none of y'all people, especially not when they are y'all people. That's just my motto. But check me out on TikTok. Oh, y'all, somebody found me on TikTok talk at work. Somebody saw a video of mine. Somebody saw a video of mine on TikTok and was like, is that you? I was like, no, child, that ain't me. Because I wear a mask and a bonnet at work. Like a head covering. Not really a bonnet, but a head covering. Call it whatever you want. Nobody sees my hair or half my face at work. But my glasses is my glasses. And a couple of times I did make some TikToks while I was at work. And so people was like, oh, that's you. And I said, dang. Don't tell nobody else. But find me over on TikTok. It's me, Danny. You can find me on Instagram. It's me, Danny. I told you I'd be on Facebook, but not enough for you to go look for me. Don't nothing happen over there. And I still ain't really figured out Twitter. But I don't know if I want to be over there anymore ever since Elon bought it. So I'm not worried about it anymore. You can email me if you got something to say. Or come on one of them videos and comment. Other than that, I'll see y'all next week. Babu.